Guys, today we're going to pick a really challenging topic. The answer to this particular topic keeps changing all the time, but we're going to see how to make web scrapers that cannot be blocked. Okay, I published an article about this. There's a practical illustration of that whole thing so that you can hear my voice explaining it. You can read the article as well. So I'm going to be, reading through it myself, but then I'm going to show you in code how this works. So if you haven't actually seen the video, you should figure out how to use the user agent string video, how to rotate it and use it. I've already made a video of that. Yeah, I'll link to that video. But then I will show you the code here once for you guys to see how to. So in fact, the practical code I'll show you here. Price tracker Amazon. So we were doing a price tracker for Amazon, which can track prices on Amazon, a scraper for that. And that's again another video if you're interested. But otherwise, this job of this is basically to just Google, Amazon search for shampoo and get the different prices for each of those different shampoos on that page. All right. So while doing that, one of the things that we need to do is rotate the user agent string while calling the get request here. So if in the get request we pass the URL, which is Amazon URL, then we pass the headers where we say this is our browser right now, right? So that's the user agent string. So the UI string was typed in earlier. Now what we do is we pull it from a strings table here, so or a file here. So this file has a bunch of your user agent strings. So what we do is we pass that to Amazon and create a function which automatically rotates between and picks out a random UI string. Basically, it opens the file, reads all the lines and splits them and makes them into lines, and then chooses a line out of that, out of random. And then that's the function we call over here. You get UI string, gets passed into this, and then that'll be the. So every time you run this, it's a different user agent string that'll pull the data out, right? So how else can we make web crawlers? How to make scrapers that cannot be blocked? One another way is, this is not enough, of course. Many times the browsers are very careful as to what the headers that you're sending them, right? Amazon itself actually sends all sorts of weird headers. Let's figure that out for a second. Okay, so let's go to Amazon, and this is the Amazon shampoo thingy. Okay, so let's go to the network here. So what I'll do is I'll just sort of show you how to simulate all the weird headers that Amazon sends. Okay, so let's just refresh this page by just doing that, and you can see that the first one, the very first one I'm interested in. So I click on that, and there you can see the headers that are sent. Request URL is that, and this is the general request, right? And this is the full-blown request. You can see this is the response headers, but this is the actual request headers, all the things that the browser sends. Okay, it has all sorts of things. I don't even understand. Then the user agent, this is all we are sending. So even though we think we are very clever that we are rotating user agents, but you're not sending anything else, which is very odd if you look at it, right? It's so odd that none of this is being sent. So one of the ways to replicate that as a basic curl command, for example, is to just copy this. So we can type all of this in, but I know a shortcut for this, which is right click, copy, and then it says copy as curl. Okay, so you just say copy, you click on that. Now it will give you an entire curl command for that. So there you go, replicating every little thing that the browser sends. So you can pretend to the browser by using a browser, right? So then you press, and there you go, the HTML is returned, right? So now, but then how do you convert that curl command into Python code? Well, there's a way for that. So there is a website which is got nothing to do with it. You can copy this somewhere, curl.trillworks.com, and there I always go there and paste my curl command, and then immediately it gives me my Python request. I just copy that. I don't need to import the request. I already have it. So there you go. The headers, yeah, will give me all sorts of. There you go. There you go. There you go. You see that? Oof. Even the params is separate now. It's not the same. So I can take that and put it into, here we go. So we're going to put that here. So of course the user agent string can be rotated, but for now we're going to ignore it. And headers, all these headers, look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? And then there's the response object. So we're going to kill ours and use theirs. Then when you run it, what happens? There you go. There you go. It still works. That's great. But I think it has a higher chance of working because now you're fully simulating the browser. So that's the second step. One is rotate user agents that we've seen. The second is actually use this technique, which is, again, I'm going to run through it. Inspect the tool, right click on it on Amazon and right click on the request, go to network area, refresh it once, and then you'll see all these things. Go to the very first one, that's the request. The rest of it you can ignore. That's the main request, and see what the response, the request headers are like. And you want those request headers. So what you do is you just right click, copy, click on copy as curl, take that, run it once on the terminal, it'll give you the HTML, then take it to curl.trillworks.com. I'll put the link in the description to this video. Take that, put it here, it'll give you this, then copy paste that entire thing here, then make the request according to how the browser will make it. Is this enough? So what we've done, we've been very clever with the user agent string, we're very clever with this thing. How can we still be blocked? Well, in reality, you can still be blocked because you are not, your IP is the same. If you're giving away your IP, it remains the same across all these requests. So, well, bad luck. But there is a way out of that, which is to use a rotating proxy service. So for that, it's a very simple tool. In fact, all of this, the rotating proxy service already has inbuilt into it. So you don't even have to rotate user agent strings, neither do you have to do any of these requests. We automatically do it for you. It's my service, so I'm going to pitch it to you, which is, it's called Proxies API. You can go there truly at scale if you want um, things that cannot be blocked. Literally almost any URL in this world, you can pass it to Proxies API endpoint, which is api.proxiesapi.com, and the URL itself is the URL you want to scrape, right? In this case, Amazon. And eventually Amazon will start blocking you. Once you do that, you come here and it will pass you your request through a pool of about 2 million plus proxies, right, in humongous infrastructure. And then we'll never really fail because we keep automatically retrying anyway. So even if there are a couple of proxies sleeping, you will not even notice it because quickly we'll get you the results by retrying it between the proxies. And these are all residential secure proxies, most dedicated with very, very high speeds, and we prune out any bad proxies pretty often. We also handle, like I said, browser identity rotation, multiple refresh, captchas that can block you, that one, and also rendering JavaScript. So a lot of content is behind JavaScript, which Ajax requests and stuff like that. So what we do is we render it as a browser behind the scenes for you, and then get the data that only comes with JavaScript. We allow it to render. So that also is there as a part of just one API call, which is completely free for 1,000 API calls per month. No credit card required. You can sign up. You'll basically get your API key and start calling. Right. So that's how you scale. Truly, right web scrapers that cannot be plugged. There's a lot more to it. Keep adding to it as and when I, come up with more stuff. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.